Y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy King Hey Rule. This is the Get Righteous Podcast, episode 26. We're gonna have a financial session today. Y'all lock in and load in. Y'all know what time it is. Get your wine, get your drink, get your L's. Let's go, let's go. Don't need to play thugs, you love my verbal ways. I'm looking at the sky, talking. Where's Zito at? He got it, he rock it, and rolling. I got it. Zito, where you at? I don't see no request button. Just throw it, I get it like I'm Irving. Touchdown, we score, then we swerving. Popping all that shit, come and get some. Got the game held, hostage need a ransom. Disappear in the night like a phantom. I'll take some.
Bang, bang.
I see you here. My name, hey, boo.
Here we go.
Birdie was goody.
Man,
Jack, good.
it with that bullshit Maracas already. We lost. Yeah, good job. Make sure y'all beat the Giants.
Sinister was good.
It was good.
Barack, if you know better, you're
Exactly.
be quiet while I curse you the hell out tonight.
Right.
Yeah, so go ahead and shut
Peace,
your mouth
beloved.
for the goddamn episode. Jazzy was goody. Trey sis, what's up?
My guy,
26,
Jabby
we in
Jab.
the building. Let's get it.
What's good with you, my brother? Birdie with City Jab. Ash, what up? Everybody, what is really good?
What's good?
What it is and what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. Hey, though. Maracas, relax. Anything? Cool. We lost. Make sure Brady don't do what Brady does and lose to the Giants tomorrow. Make sure he does that. Make sure he don't do that.
What's good? The finance was good. Brady sucks. The Bucks sucks. They lost to the Washington Redskins.
Peace and blessings to the sick and shut in. Peace and blessings to everybody who's up and about. So you was engaging in some engagements.
Huh?
So you was engaging with some. I said, what is this nut doing?
I don't know what's up with them boys. I don't know why people be commenting on my post like I'm not gonna say nothing. It's like, I don't know what these people be thinking. Old, young, same age. I don't care who the hell you are.
Right. Listen. At the end of the day, when it comes to that energy, fuck all that stupid shit.
Exactly. No, that's 100. That's exactly why you already know.
Facts. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Oh, we go break up, man.
This is episode 26 of the Get Righteous Podcast. Welcome once again. As always, brought to you by that lovely Blazing Nat Medicals LLC. Blazing Nat Medicals LLC, as well as that BC Marketing LLC for all of your custom needs, as in custom hoodies, custom shirts, pants, whatever the case may be. You see them up top for all of your needs. There it is. For all of your marketing needs, whether that be digital marketing, standard print marketing, menus, whatever the case, logo, flyers, you name it, you come see me. I will take care of you and your business. Yes. I'm not pulling no punches. We ain't wasting no time. We here to get to it. This is a very important episode. We doubled down. We doing everything that we said that we was going to do. We heard enough from everybody. Like, yo, we need a part 2. Because the first one that we did went over so well, seeing as everybody needs help in this area, seeing as the community that we're building, that we're a part of, needs all the help in the universe when it comes to their finances and everything like that. So we're in the position to do so. So that's what we're here to do today. You understand? With that being said, Key, I see you in here. Send that request, brother.
I get him, man. Hold on.
The gentleman that we have with us this evening is my business partner, is our collective business partner also. He introduced me to the finance business 2013. We literally painted the East Coast green, part of a record-setting team when it came to the finances, recorded a lovely 500K in 1 month. A lot of people don't know what that feel like. You know, a lot of people don't know. But yeah, man, he's literally my trusted financial advisor. Everything I know came from him. It's from studying with him and him teaching me. And it's my pleasure to introduce my brother, Keyon Corniffe Sr., aka Mr. Finance. He did.
Facts. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show once again.
What's going on, King? What's going on?
What's good, family? How you doing, fam?
Man, listen, I'm anticipated this entire session, man, because I came back. I know the first time we did it, you know, that was kind of like a rough patch. You know, I kind of gave you guys a little inside of the inside, but it was not the whole pie, right? And this time around, I'm going to give you the whole pie. I'm going to give you the whole game, right? What you're going to learn tonight, though, disclaimer. What you're going to learn tonight is that we were bamboozled and we were set up to fail from the beginning.
Right.
And this is not going to be my opinion now. Because, you know, people stuff like that, they say, oh, that's an opinion.
Yeah, no, facts. No, we dealing with facts and receipts. Facts.
Facts. And the facts is going to be based off your own numbers, your own dreams, your own desires, right? Because I tell people, you know, I just did a video this morning. I woke up this morning feeling real jiggy, real nice, and I put out some wisdom. You know, it was just coming to me, and man, I gotta tell the people what's wealth, because we on this money journey, and we don't realize that the money is not the wealth.
Right.
The money is not the wealth. The money is just the thing that some people could use to buy time. But we all got time.
That's right.
We already got it.
Yep.
Time is wealth. Wealth is time. Right?
Absolutely.
And I just want everybody to know that you're wealthy already. Every last one of you guys is wealthy already. Now, here's another nugget. Knowledge without understanding can never be powerful. That's the same thing with finance. Every one of us have a whole bunch of financial information.
Right.
We're hearing information over and over and over and over again. But how much of us got financial understanding? That's where we lack. The understanding of the information that we receive. That's why many of us not making the necessary actions to get wealthy.
That's right.
Right? So when I thought about this, I was like, man, no wonder why we didn't elevate. No wonder why we didn't expand. No wonder why we not grand rise. No wonder there's so little black billionaires. No wonder why we don't have a lot more success. Because we don't have understanding. We got the information. So we don't lack information. We got Google. We could Google things now. We could go to the library and look up things now. We're not restricted from information. We're restricted from understanding. And that's where we lack. So today, I'm excited, man. Now, I must do a little quick.
Get your pens and pads out.
Got a little plug, Ruka. I know I was anticipating my book, right? Guys, I got a book coming out, man. And I plan to, drop all the nuggets. It's this book right here, man.
Let's go.
Guide to Budgeting.
Talk about
Let's go.
Right? I was gonna drop this book on the 23rd, but I gotta push it back. Because I realized the content, I can't rush the content because this is for the culture. This is for the people.
Facts.
And I can't rush it. I realized I gotta make sure that the understanding is in the information.
Yep.
And I don't want to create another book where it's just another information.
There you go.
Right? So, I'm gonna announce a new date. Definitely before the end of this year, it will be out though. I was pushing for the 23rd of this month, but after everything, I was like, man, I can't be another rush book without understanding, because I want the people to get the understanding.
Absolutely.
Guys, budget.
I overstand.
Budget is the way to success. I'll tell you that right now. Right? So I did a little PowerPoint this time because I want to show you guys the nugget, right? So I'm going to take it to focus on me and put it on my laptop here.
There you go.
Right? And if you see on my, look here. I just want to show you guys this, right? These are my goals. This is what I look at every day when I work.
Mm-hmm.
Every day when I work, I look at where I'm at now. I see where I need to be at, right?
Mm-hmm.
90-day goal. 100,000 in 90 days. Right? And I got to update that number because the numbers actually changed, right? So the goal is, man, we got to get to it, right? So here's the thing. What to expect from this session, guys? Here's what you got to expect. You're going to learn financial information with understanding, right? If you want to learn understanding, comment understanding right now. Comment understanding right now, guys. Drop down the comment.
Let us know you ain't here. Let us know you
comment understanding if you're taking notes.
Get your phone out, get your pen out, get whatever you need.
Yeah, comment understanding. I want to see who comment understanding. I got a gift for the first 3 people who comment understanding.
Thanks. I don't know if y'all was here for the last one. I don't know if y'all wrote y'all notes and started to build on that. But I actually got my notes somewhere when I grabbed this notepad and been taking in what's been going on as far as the last session. So I can't wait for what we about to get tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And, just add this in. If you're not even 1,000% in, man, just work on it daily. That's how you get things to become, a regular. You know what I'm saying? Just work on it daily. Work on it daily.
Absolutely, man. Because I'm telling you, this is gonna give you a catch up on what was broken down, but it's gonna give you the full perspective. Now, there's 4 things, guys. Finance, understanding finance is broken down into 4 things. Don't be fooled by all them gurus out there. Don't be fooled by the noise. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of distraction. Man, they even got, let me tell you something, guys. If you understand what I'm about to share with you right now, you could maneuver through all the noise, all the distraction. Because you're going to realize that this is the playbook that I'm about to give you. It's the playbook, right? And you can apply it to anything. You can apply it to crypto. You can apply it to real estate. You can apply it to anything. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be fooled and think that, oh, I got to put my money here to make it. No, man, it's the playbook. You got to know the plays.
Right.
So the first thing you got to know if you want to be a player, number 1, you got to know your FIN number. Right? You got to know your FIN number. Now, if you're wondering what is FIN, what is FIN? What is FIN number? Well, your FIN number stands for your final income number for your retirement. How many of you right now know how much you want when you're going to retire? How many of you guys know when you're going to retire? Comment your retirement age. When do you want to retire? Do you know? Here's another thing you got to know. Do you know how much you're going to need when you retire? How many of you know how much you're going to need in retirement? Right? Here's another bar. How many of you know how much you need to save to reach your retirement?
Mm-hmm.
Right? No one ever asked us this. But all they tell us is put your money in your 401k, put your money in the IRA. Oh, you're gonna get a pension. Oh, you're gonna get Social Security. Oh, save in the bank, saving in crypto, saving. They tell you to do every damn thing else, but no one ever give you how much you need to save. They never tell you how much you're gonna need, and they don't tell you hey, when are you gonna retire? You know what everybody say? 65, 55, 75. I'm like, where the hell y'all get these high numbers at?
Right.
Where y'all get these numbers at? 65? I'd be damned if I retired no 65. You crazy. I'm 33 years old. I'll be retired by 45.
Dig me.
No way. Because then again, what is retirement? You know what people think retirement is? Oh, I stopped working. No, man, retirement is when you stop working for money. That's what retirement is, when you stop working for money. So when are you going to start working for money? That's when you start creating passive income. Right? That's the passive income. So let me show you how you get your FIN number, right? Your FIN number. How do you find out your FIN number? You got to, number one, you got to know where you are now. It's 3 events in your life. Write this down. 3 events in your life. There's the now, right? There's the later, and then there's the end. I'm going to say it again. There's 3 events in your life. There's the now, there's the later, and there's the end. Now, how do we use these numbers? How do we use this event? I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that you're 30 years old now, right? You want to retire at 65. That's what the average person say. The average person also think they're only going to need $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year in retirement. And the average life expectancy for someone in the end is 85. So right there we got 30, 65, 85. Now, later, end. So now, this is where you got to learn 2 things about retirement. Retirement is learning about 2 things, guys. It's knowing how much can I save and how much do I need. That's what retirement is all about. How much do I need to save and how much do I need, right? So the first thing you got to find out is, well, how much I need. That's the first thing. How much do I need, right? Because no one ever break that down. How much do we need? So how you break down the need? Let me show you how you break down the need. You see the age where you want to retire, the later, and the time, the end, 85. You got to look and see, okay, from 65 to 85, you're going to need that money coming in for what? Next 20 years, right? Because from 65 to 85, you may live from 65 to 85, the average life expectancy, right? Now, let's break it down. If you want to need $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year, if you're going to need that for a year, 20 years from 65 to 85, take that 20 times it by 60,000, that means that person will need $1.2 million saved up to get $5,000 a month for the next 20 years. But now, here's the bamboozle now. It depends on where you save it, what tax bracket. Because people always talk about making money, but no one ever talk about distribution of money. How my money is going to be distributed to me? How's it going to be taxed when you give it back to me? It's not a matter of making money. I can make money. We all can make money. The problem is how it's going to be paid back to us.
Right.
We need money. So there's 3 tax brackets. There's the now, there's the later, and there's the never. The problem is no one ever teaches about the never bracket. Because if we knew about the never bracket, many of you wouldn't put your money in the bank, you wouldn't buy stocks, you wouldn't put your money in mutual funds, and you definitely wouldn't be using them 401ks, 403bs, 457s, IRAs, SEP IRAs, annuities, and pensions. I could go on for days.
Well, they do teach it. They just don't teach it to people who look like us.
Definitely don't. They sure don't. They sure don't.
Yeah, and half of them get it the right way. How we give you know, the knowledge that we learn and that we, you know, we try to gain to our people, you know, they, you know, that's how they people give it to them. So a lot of them do get to learn it, you know, young while they at home. You know what I mean? So the teacher probably don't even got to say nothing because mom and dad gonna make sure
Mm-hmm.
they know about, you know what I'm saying? They know about all that. You feel
Absolutely.
me? So you're right. You're right. 100 on that.
Yeah, I want you.
Because damn sure ain't talk about this at Marshtown High. I mean, we talked about something,
Right.
but we ain't talking about no.
Right.
And we didn't go to no little school. And, you know what I'm saying? We went to one of the top public schools in Jersey. So y'all already know, you know what I mean? So that's facts though. You know, they give you them little bits and pieces.
They're not gonna give it away.
But not the whole pie.
Not the whole pie.
You need the whole pie.
A matter of fact, a slice to taste it.
Feel me?
But you got to go learn you where to get the rest of the pie.
Facts.
Right? See, that was what they did to me. They don't realize that they did that to me and John. You know, they let us in the room, and I said, y'all done jacked up. Let us in.
Y'all done fucked up.
Y'all put some street niggas in this damn room.
Right.
I thought I was gonna. Oh, of course I'm gonna corporatize. I'm gonna put on that suit with y'all, mom. But just remember where I'm from. I'm still who I am.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because I'm gonna take what I learned and bring it right back to the hood.
Facts.
Every
Facts.
I'm gonna bring it right back to the block. I'm gonna show you guys if you can't understand it on a corporate level, I'm gonna break it down to street level.
Facts.
Facts.
If I gotta talk those pounds, I'm gonna break it down into the language that you understand.
Facts.
Because that's what we gotta talk. We gotta keep having these money talk.
Exactly.
You know, I tell people, man, stop trying to run the block, man. Own the block.
That's what it's about.
And they can't tell you to get off of it. See, that's a whole nother talk. But
you feel me? Yeah, that's another session. We definitely gonna have that talk.
Yeah. The thing,
you know what I'm saying? They don't hear you though.
I tell you, man, them FHAs, it's a beautiful thing when you learn how to use them.
100.
You know, but the big key thing is this though, right? The key thing is once you start breaking it down in the tax bracket and know that tax now means your money's taxable. Tax later means your money's tax deferred. And tax never means your money get tax advantage. Right? Those are the 3 tax brackets that your money gets taxed. Right? So now, the thing is, most people need to start saving. I tell people, if you want to diversify your portfolio, do it based upon how it's taxed. Have 85% of your retirement money getting a tax advantage, where it gets taxed never. Have at least 10% of your money where it gets taxed later, and 5% of your money where it gets taxed now. If you want to diversify your portfolio, right? Because it's just a matter of breaking it down. I personally, I don't believe in diversifying our portfolio. I believe in putting my eggs in one basket because I know what basket to put it in. Right? And that's the thing. So they got us all bamboozled there. So now you know, let's recap, right? Now you know how much you need from the later to the end. Right? From 65 to 85, that's 20 years. You need 5,000 coming, 60,000 a year. That's 60,000 a year times it by the 20. That gives you 1.2 million that you need. Based upon the tax bracket that you save that money in, determine how much of it you get. And the only way you could get that 1.2 million total is if you had it in a tax advantage bracket, which means you'll be taxed never upon. Right? So that's the first half. That's the first half. We'll figure out the first half. Now, we find what you need. Well, how much do I need to save? This is the part that's going to mess you up. This is the part that's going to get you real pissed. Because if you're 30 years old and you just found out that you need to have 1.2 million by 65, but you got, what, from 30 to 65, so you have, what, 35 years to save, right? All right, cool. So now you learn how many years you have to save. Take that 1.2 million, divide it by the amount of years that you have to save. That gives you a little bit over $34,000 a year that you need to save. Right? Which then puts you over $2,800 a month that you need to save. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Which average 30-year-old is in a position where they can save $34,000 a year?
Zero.
and still have a lifestyle.
Zero.
This is where you realize that, yo, this is amazing. That W-2 is not going to get you there.
Nope.
That W-2 is not going to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to use your W-2 to start a 1099.
Feel me.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're selling food. I don't care if you're selling water. I don't care if you start an e-commerce. I don't care if you start selling insurance. I don't care if you're doing real estate. I don't care. Just start a business. Because the same 30 years that you know you got to save, you can use 10 out of that 30 and start a business.
Mm-hmm.
That could generate that type of money for you, for that way you can retire.
Yep.
But you see, we live in this era where we want instant gratification, we want instant rewards, but nobody want to put in the work.
Microwave culture.
Yeah, man, this thing is about building.
Yep.
You know what people used to look at, laugh at me, man? They're like, man, Keyon, how long you been doing this, man? You're not rich yet? I said, ha, ha. How long it took the Egyptians to build the pyramid? It's still here after them, right? See, while you building a house, I'm building a pyramid.
Keep trying to tell folks.
So my pyramid gonna take a little longer to build because after I die, it's gonna still stand. While me and you die, my kid's gonna be in that big old pyramid looking down on everybody like, hey, my daddy built it. So no, we're not on the same level. So this is why we got to start doing things differently, guys. When you're building your empire, stop caring what people think. What you got to care about is your FIN number.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep your eyes on your own prize, man.
Got to do it.
Because now when you know your FIN number, you know why you need to save. Yo, I'm telling you, T.I. said it best. T.I. said, why are we out here celebrating? Why are we always partying? What are we celebrating? What we celebrating? Who got rich?
Right.
Who got rich? Who made $1 million? What are we partying doing? Why are we spending money? Why are we buying these things? Dude, I said I stopped wearing people's shirts, man. I got my own.
What I'm talking about.
If I must spend money, guys, here's another bar. Stop buying people's clothes, man. Go make your own. Start a brand. Who cares what nobody thinks? Start a brand. Print that thing on a t-shirt. If it costs you $30, you spend $30 on Gucci, you spend $30 on some whatever.
So you spend more than that.
Brand your stuff, man. Right? Right
Folks,
now, I'm branding
always forget.
my own drawers, my own socks, everything. My own hat.
Folks always forget when it comes to this, when it comes to the business, when it comes to the business of life itself, right?
Right.
But like you just said, like start you a brand, start a business, whatever the case may be. Like you are a walking billboard. So
yep.
Why would you not represent yourself in the highest order? Like why would you not have something that's an extension of you on you?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter where I go, who I talk to. Somebody gets a business card. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, wherever I'm at, whatever the case. You should always have that shit ready to go. If you don't have a t-shirt on, if you don't have a hoodie on, something that separates you from the average person. Like, hey, this is what I do. You understand? Like when people see that Be Shining's logo on your chest, they're like, oh, because they gonna stop. They gonna read that Be Shining's Legacy Financial. Oh, so you know about finances?
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
I got a question, and it starts just like that.
Yep.
You understand?
You know, I have that thing on my car. I have a
I know you do.
Car, right? I was at a stoplight, right? I was at a stoplight, and the guy read everything in there, and he said, "Hey," and my man did like this and told me to wind down my window. I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "You do credit repair?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm going to call you right now at a stoplight. At a stoplight, guys. You got to promote yourself.
Yo.
Don't wait for people to believe in you. You better believe in yourself because let me tell you something. I know my FIN number.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give you guys an insight. I want $50,000 coming into me every month.
Right.
During my retirement. You do the math on that.
Mm-hmm.
You do the math on that. How much is that a year?
Yeah.
And I want to retire at 45. Do the math on that if the average person lives to 85. You think I got time around here to care what Paul, Peter, and John think about me?
Feel
Yeah, right.
I could.
You think about me, man, I'm too focused on where I'm trying to be.
You feel me?
Right?
You feel me?
So that's why I want you guys to, that part is the first thing you got to do, man. Get out of the matrix.
Got to.
Go and laser focus on your FIN number. Look at it every day and say, this is why I got to do this. This is why I'm working hard. And if you're going to go the job route, this is why you need to love your job. I'm not telling people to hate their jobs. I'm just telling you that you can't just solely depend on the job.
Mm-hmm.
If you work 2 jobs, you're going to pay more in taxes than you ever did.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if you had 2 jobs in a part-time business. You know, you don't have to do a part-time business every day. You can do it like twice a day, twice a week.
Yep.
Until you replace the second job income, and then you get rid of that, and then you know what I'm saying?
Right. Facts.
To the FIN number, it changed your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage you guys to work on your FIN number. That's the first thing, right? Now, here's the second thing, right? Here's the second thing. I want to show you this. What's the second thing? Now, you ever hear the saying, if you don't know why, the how won't come?
There you go.
Why, the how will never come. So why I need to save? Or better yet, how do I save, Keyon? How do I save? How do I get to the goal to reach my FIN number? Well, you got to start living on a budget.
Yep.
Number 2 is you got to be on a budget. Man, let me tell you something, man. Living life on a budget is sexy. I'm telling you, living life on a budget is sexy. It's a sexy thing, guys. I'm telling you, living life on a budget is sexy. Write that down. Living life on a budget is sexy. It is sexy to know how much you could save and how much you can spend before you do either one of them.
That's a whole fact.
You know that budgeting? People tell us that budgeting is tracking spending. What the hell? Every time I hear people, someone tell me that, I kind of cringe a little bit. Like, you got sold the Kool-Aid. You've been drinking that thing so long, you got diabetes. You want Kool-Aid away from a damn hippie shock. So this is why we got to learn how to budget. Right? We got to live on a budget because budgeting is knowing how much you spend and how much you can save before you do either one of them. That's how you're able to track. Because when you know how much you can spend, then you could track if you're on track of how much you're spending.
Gotta stay on course.
Right? But they give you half. You see what I'm saying? They give you half the information, not the full understanding.
Yep.
So now, how do you budget?
Mm.
Budgeting is 2 things, guys. The way the budgeting thing works, you got to know 2 things. You got to know, number 1, what is my net? How much money I'm taking home? How much money I take home every month? And number 2, you got to know what is your total cost of living. What's your monthly cost of living? Or some people call it bills or a monthly expense. What is your total? You got to add that up. I don't care if it's a $2 subscription. Add that up, man. That's money coming out of your pocket. Anything that comes out of your pocket, add it up. It's an expense.
Yep.
So once you know those 2 things, guys, this gets super easy. Right? Super easy. And what I mean by this is this, guys, is breaking it down. Once you know those 2 things, the next thing you got to learn is the rules. The rules. What's the rules to budgeting? The rule says 50% of your money should go towards your bills.
Yep.
30% 30% of your money, they say, should go towards your spending.
Mm-hmm.
And 20% of your money should go towards saving.
Yep.
Now, to a guy like me, that even the formula didn't sit well with me. Because I'm hearing spend 30%, save only 20.
Yeah, what?
You sound crazy to me.
I can't get jiggy with this shit,
I
man.
can't get jiggy with it. It didn't sit well with me.
All right.
Because I'm like, spend 30, save only 20. Man, it didn't feel right.
Right.
So I said, okay, what about this? What if we get super strict, right? And I broke down budgeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, let's break down budgeting. I said, all right, if I make a net pay of $3,000 a month, right? Just for an example, I make $3,000 a month. I have a monthly bills of $2,400 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it fair to say that we know that we can pay the bills? We make more than what the bills is, right? Easily.
That's what it looked like on paper.
Yeah, but that's never the issue. The issue is, do we know how much we can save and how much we can spend before we do either one of them?
Exactly.
Paying the bills is never the issue. We always can pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is, how do we break down save? So if we was to do 3,000, here's the rules. The rule says, take your net pay and times it by the percentage for each one. What I mean by this, if it's 50% for the bills, you're going to do 0.5, right? For finding out how much money for the bills.
Mm-hmm.
If it's for the savings, for the spending, it's 0.3 for the 30%. If it's for the saving, it's 0.20, right? So let me go a little deeper on this. Let's say you work out the whole formula, right? And you're doing the whole formula. For the bills box, you're going to put 3,000 times that by 0.50. That gives you 1,500, right? For the spending box, you now take 3,000 times that by 0.30. That gives you 900.
Mm-hmm.
For the savings box, you're going to take 3,000 times that by 0.20. That gives you 600.
Mm-hmm.
So now you know where all the money is. All the money is on the table right now. So let me break it. Let's chop it up now, right? Let's chop it down. Now we got to look at it and make a decision. This is where we make conscious decisions now. Where should you take the money from to pay the bills? Because you have 1,500, but my bills is 2,400. Where should you take the money from? Should you take it from the spending box or the savings box?
Mm-hmm.
We got to take that bad boy from the spending box. But the reality is, we take it from the savings box.
Yep. Hustling backwards the whole way.
This is what we've been doing. We've been taking it from our savings box this whole time. Yep. And still continue spending because we didn't know how much we need to be spending or saving.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
That's 100.
That's how they kept us in the dark.
Yeah.
Man, someone comment right now. It's clear. Is it getting clear yet? Is it getting clear yet?
I be trying to clear. I be trying to tell folks, bro. Like, listen, man. When it comes to this bread, like, when it all right, like big purchases and shit like that, I'm like, yo, if you can't buy that shit 3-4 times over, you can't afford it.
Nope.
Then start a business. I want y'all in my business, but start a business, work on your shit so you can start getting shit like this. And then when you come to Mr. Finance and you get that right wave on how you should load, break down, save, like he said, and get your things right, you're gonna see an elevation. Absolutely. But it take time. Shit, I'm working right now. I'm while we on, I'm still working. I'm checking into my building. As I got my own LLC, but I'm checking into my building right now while my workers calling me, letting me know exactly what they're doing. So I'm on the clock for a job and on the clock for myself. Yeah. But the only way you're gonna work for yourself is if you build that stepping stool, like the brother telling y'all.
I'm telling you, and you don't gotta start big, you just gotta start small. Every great thing. Look at Jeff Bezos.
Yo, it's the biggest misconception. People think like, yo, starting a business is tough. Starting a business is all of these things, and I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have the capital. Blah blah blah. Let me tell you something. You are looking at 3 black men who started their businesses with zero fucking capital.
No
Zero.
capital.
No investment.
Just started it. Just started
Zero
it.
capital, right? Successful financial business. I come from the same area as Keyon. I just parlayed my shit into marketing and branding and everything else that comes with it. But that's what the fuck I'm good at.
LLC.
You feel
Just
me?
started it. Just started.
Customs up top.
Just
Because that's what the fuck he's good at and knows what the people like and know what they want and everything like that. You understand? Like, it's not about, like, stop looking at the mountain like you can't do this shit.
Right.
Like, let's just start walking up that motherfucking, believe it or not, it'll come together.
Exactly.
You know?
Facts.
And you gotta stop talking to these people that don't know what they talking about. If you really are about it, talk to the people who know the path, man. Like, talk to the people who come from where you trying to get.
Facts. Shit, I used to look at the mountain like it was Everest until I watched the movie and said, motherfucker, if you ain't got no motherfucking faith and no heart to leap, motherfucker, you ain't gonna get there. So
absolutely, brother. I am beyond
climbing.
proud of you. You know the shit. I've told you 1,000 times. Everything that you're doing. You went out there and you separated yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? And you said, yo, I can do this shit. And you did that shit. You feel me?
You gotta be.
Shout out to BBI. You did.
Right.
You gotta be different. Only the difference stands out. And you can't be afraid to fail either. Failure doesn't mean you're a failure.
Right.
Just let you know that way don't work. Try another way.
Yeah.
It's another way. Just try another way. Failure just means try again.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. And let me tell you something. Anybody that laugh at your failure, just know that who last laugh best. You know how many people laugh at me? They laugh at me all the time. They're probably still laughing right now, but hey, laugh at me in the next 5 years and you see what's gonna happen. I know in the next 5 years you ain't gonna be laughing. Shit, I'll fuck around and go buy the building you live in.
I told folks that's cool. Every single door that got shut in my face, I let niggas know, like, yo, I'm coming back to buy the building.
Yeah.
And guess what? You gonna be gone. And you gonna have to ask to get back in the building.
Yeah.
Because me and mine are gonna occupy this.
Yeah, you're gonna pay some rent. You're gonna owe me some money.
That's it.
Yeah. Because here's the thing on this budgeting though. Right? The budgeting thing though. The fact that once you learn how to start taking the money from the spending box and apply it to your bills box, you're able to pay off the whole bills.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the part that they tell you how to break down that 20%. This is something that I'm dropping in my book, and I'm going to give it to you all tonight. This is the part they didn't figure out. Write this down, guys. When you break down your 20%, you got to break it down into 10-5-5. I call it the 10-5-5 secret. 10-5-5. Now, you're probably thinking like, yeah, what's the 10-5-5? Well, when you break down that 20%, the first 10%, the minimum you should towards your retirement is about 10%.
Right.
You put another 5% towards your emergency fund, and then you spend 5%. I challenge you guys. How many of you guys could survive on 5% of your income?
Right.
If you do the math on your 20% and you realize that your 5% is real low, that's where you are. You got to stay in your lane.
Right.
Because what's important is how much should you be saving? Knowing how much you should save. How much should you be saving towards your emergency fund? How much you should be saving towards your retirement? 10-5-5. 10-5-5. That's the number. You got to get on the 10-5-5 number.
100.
10% for retirement, 5% towards my emergency fund, 5% I spend. And God forbid, if you have some debt, you can't even spend no money yet.
At all.
You got to apply that 5% to the debt. How you going to spend money when you're in debt? Nah, man, we got the game backwards.
You said no sound. Can y'all hear us? Y'all can hear us, right?
Yeah. If you don't have any sound, Barakas, jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, that's you. That's all. Yeah. I think everybody can hear.
This is where we gotta drop that, man. That's what I'm saying. In my book, I'm dropping these understanding. Because when people hear save 20%, they're like, okay, save 20%, but no one ever broke it down. 10-5-5, right? 10-5-5, guys. That's the real breaking down, and that's minimum.
Right.
Minimum.
You know what's crazy? And we talking about the 10-5-5 and everything like that, but you talking about understanding. And shameless plug, like, and the book that I just dropped, the Pareto Manifesto,
right,
where we talk about that lovely 80-20 rule.
That autograph copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all gotta get a copy, man.
Understanding is literally in one of the chapters when it comes to universal law. Because when it comes to understanding, it's worldly. You understand? So like when somebody says like you need to understand, like it has to compute. And if it does not compute, then you have to find the way and work towards the way to make it compute for you. You understand? Because you need the retention. You understand? The reason why there's generational wealth, why there's a wealth gap, why there's such a difference between the top 1, 2, 3% and the rest of the 97% is understanding. These people have been passing down the knowledge generation to generation, just like they've been passing down these investments and assets and companies and LLCs and everything like that, generation to generation. The understanding of financial literacy, the understanding of how to put yourself in the position. You understand? Like it's grossly understated. And knowing the to focus on the 80 rather than the 20 of saving and budgeting and everything like that, because that's the part that everybody always forgets, the grind of saving, of budgeting, and people get deterred from it, and they just like they go to the gym and get tired of not seeing results, shit like that. You understand? So you gotta stay focused on the why, like you said, and once you it just has to be repetitive. Just adding my 2 cents. You know how it go, brother.
Yeah, finance is repetitive, man.
Absolutely.
And just for the nature of this whole conversation, guys, it came up in my spirit. Guess what? I'm giving away 30-day free financial coaching. The first 30 that go register get that. But don't do it now. Do it afterwards. Right? The first 30 get their 30-day coaching program. I'm a coach for 30 days on this knowledge.
Well, let me make sure I screenshot that song.
Right.
I got it pinned up there for y'all, though, man. Make sure y'all write that.
And you guys can share that with families and friends, too.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing. Once you master the budgeting, right? Because I just want to show you how the coaching program works. Here's what next. Number 3, you got to have a financial foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, having your financial foundation, guys, is like having a financial goal. How many of you have a financial goal? What is your financial goal?
Mm-hmm.
Know what your financial goal should be. Right? It can't be just, I want to be rich. It can't be debt free. Your financial goal needs to be 4 things. Number 1, you got to have proper protection. Number 2, you got to learn how to manage your debt. Number 3, you got to learn about creating an emergency fund.
Mm-hmm.
4, you got to understand investments.
Yep.
This is your financial goal. This is your foundation. Now, when you talk about proper protection, people say, oh, Keyon, life insurance. I said, it ain't about that, man.
Nope.
It's about planning for 3 events in your life that you can't predict when they're going to happen to you. Can any of you on this call right now predict when you're going to die, be disabled, or have a health issue?
Hell no.
Can anybody predict any of those 3 things? This is why you got to have proper protection for these things. So when someone said, well, Keyon, what do I put in place before I die? You got to plan for death before you start planning to live.
Mm-hmm.
Death is definitely, we got to die, and we don't know when. So living, you can't plan to live if you're not planning to die. The problem is we don't plan to die. We keep planning for living without planning when we're going to die. 4 things you got to have in place. I'm going to give y'all this, man, because we need to wake up and change the mindset. 4 things you got to make sure you have. Number 1, you got to have your life insurance. It could be a term. It could be a permanent. It doesn't matter. As long as you know your die method, you know which life insurance is suitable and affordable for you. Next thing you need is a final expense insurance. Your life insurance don't pay out immediately. Your final expense pays out within 48 hours of you passing. You need to have a will. So that way you can write down who will take possession of your things, your kids, your assets.
Because you don't want the state doing that bullshit.
Man, they need to have a trust too, man. You know, you guys think that trust is for rich people?
I don't know.
Trust is for all people.
Yep.
What if I told you to put together your will and your trust in your estate, your health directive? All of this costs you $9.97. Yo, I'm giving it to y'all straight. $9.97 divided by 12. You're telling me to put together your entire estate plan, though, it costs you $83 a month to save up? So you can avoid probate? So you can avoid probate? So that way you can pass on your estate to your family without them paying estate tax? So that way you stop taking things out your name and put them in an entity? Come on, man. You think I'm woke? I'm awakened. There's a difference. Woke being a half sleep. I'm awakened. I'm what?
Thanks. That's what I tell them in the community. Don't talk about they awoke. All right, you awoke, all right, motherfucker. Get your ass out my face. Yeah,
you have
it's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? And you gotta understand. They gotta understand.
Big facts.
That's what the 30-day program gonna teach them, man. I'm telling you, I'm giving away the game, yo. Yo, guys, I'm telling you, I'm giving away the game. I have a brother, right, that I coach this stuff, right? And my man out here charging 10 bands for what I teach him. I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel good doing it. Maybe that's just a different nature inside of me where I'm like, damn, I can't sit here and tell someone you're gonna cost 10 bands to get the knowledge.
Right.
Nah, I'd rather teach you. Whatever you do with it, that's on you. He took the knowledge and go charge people 10 bands for it.
Wow.
I respect it because that's his hustle. I'm giving it away for free.
That's not how you make things at the end of the day.
Yeah, I give it away for free, but trust and believe me, I give it away for free, but let me know. The financial companies pay me well for it, though.
You feel me?
Right? Look broke, stay rich, man. I don't care what nobody say.
It's the only way.
I don't care what nobody say.
This is the only way. It's the only way.
Here's the last piece of the puzzle. Number 4. The wealth formula. These are the 4 things you got to learn, guys. Once you learn this, you know what the wealth formula is? This is the goal. Here's the plan, the action plan. Now, how are we going to be wealthy? How are we going to be wealthy, but we don't know how to build wealth? What is the wealth formula? The wealth formula says money plus time plus or minus rate of return minus inflation minus tax, that equals wealth.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go out so we can save it and be coming back in like 5 seconds. Just jump right back in so we can finish off.
All right.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, sis. You already know. You know the shit. I'm good. You know that you know how that social media shit be.